Welcome back, everyone. We are doing a wall. We are painting a wall. I'm really excited. I know it sounds really daft, but this wall has been bugging me for ages. It has a sofa print going along the back. There is hand marks from the children when they sit on this sofa and then they put their hand up on the wall, whatever. And it just looks so unpleasant, and I really just want to get it painted. Also in the back corner where I've got the little stool sofa futon thing, whatever you want to call it, we had a mould problem and it had to be treated. It's been treated, but it has still to this day stained the wall, so definitely want to get that covered up. But as you can see, going along the wall here, there is that mark from where the sofa's been. If it's not that sofa, it's the other sofa, or it was the previous sofas, because this wall has always had a sofa against it. So yes, it's getting done today. I don't really have much energy today. I am feeling so hot, so tired, and so mentally drained with all the end of school stuff. But I need to get motivated. I need to get moving, because just sitting around is making me feel worse. Apologies if you can hear the oven in the background. I am currently cooking a cake. Me and Jensen were making a chocolate cake this morning, and it is in the oven, ready to go. Well, it's not quite ready. For some reason it's gone a bit liquidy, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay. But getting the old Hoover out to clean up so I'm not stepping on things to irritate my feet. And I've gone in with a sponge, some flash, and we're going to clean up the skirting boards. I'm not too stressed about the skirting boards because obviously I've got to clean them, but I'm not too stressed if paint gets on them. I'm going to try my best with these amazing paintbrushes, which I will link them down below. But I want to paint the skirting boards as well, so I'm going to go for a fresh white. But I'm going to do the skirting boards after I've done all the walls in the room. The reason I'm not doing all the walls today is, one, I don't have enough paint, and two, I'm not 100% sold on what colours to do for the other walls. So I know around the window I want to do the green is what I'm doing today, and that will get done. I just don't have enough at the moment. I need to go to Wickes and get myself some more. But I'm thinking for the little alcoves next to the TV, I'm thinking of getting one of those like wallpapers that have like a cottage style brick, or maybe like a castle style brick. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm thinking it in my mind. And then I want to build curves, two like wooden curves to go and make it a bit more curved looking in those alcoves rather than just square. Fake logs, you know, well, real logs, but you know what I'm saying. Not that I use them because I don't have a fireplace. I will at some point get onto that. But I just like the idea of having like the wood that you have for your fireplace and whatnot, and just have it there because it gives that feel, it gives that look, and it's just very cozy. And yeah, I've got it all in my head. You know, sometimes I think about how I want the front room so much when I'm in the process of what I want, that it really baffles me when I walk into the front room and see it as it is. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, I haven't done it yet, because I'm thinking it all the time. So these are the brushes I'm using. These ones I believe are called Harris. They are exactly the same as the Rolling Dog ones, and I've used the Rolling Dog ones to absolute nothing left. Well, I love them, but I've used them so much, so I'm using these Harris ones. I think they were like £4 or something for a pack of 3. I'll have to double check because it was a little while ago I got them, but they will be linked down below if you want to have a look. They're just so easy to use. Like the Rolling Dog ones, they are. I've got a nice wooden handle, really nice way of holding them. You know, they haven't got like a horrible roundness to them, so it's you can't quite get that, you know, that nice comfortable flow. And they have the tilted ends, so you can get corners really well. And also they help you to get a good straight line, which is absolute bonus, because as I've said previously, I'm terrible when it comes to sticky tape. When it comes to painting, I hate with a passion using tape, because if I peel the tape off while the paint is still wet, I still ruin the paint, and if I peel it off when it's dry, it peels the paint off. So it doesn't matter which way it goes, I can't win. So yeah, if I can get a straight line myself, then happy days, and that is what I'm doing today. It's boiling, as you know, because we're all suffering with absolute sweatiness right now, but I absolutely love the sunshine right now. It's making me feel really happy, and my skin is like, it's not looking so pasty, you know. I'm actually starting to look like I don't blend next to a milk carton. Oh my goodness me, if you are wanting to, you know, I'm not a drinker myself, but if you are wanting to get drunk and this, that and the other and just have a great time, then just eat flying ants. Because I've been reading everywhere that seagulls are drunk right now. They're all living it up. The seagulls are out there, all over the place. On the Isle of Wight, on the coast of the UK, they're all getting drunk on flying ants. So that's what you got to do. Just be like, no, I won't have my tequilas tonight. I brought along with me a jar of flying ants. And then you'll be bouncing off the walls. It's insane. I see them everywhere. I currently have them down the side of the house at the moment. I walk down there and they're all there walking on the floor. Just sort of like giving little leaps here, there and everywhere. And I'm looking at them thinking, I could eat you right now and I could be a bit tipsy. But no, I am not. I don't drink. So, yeah, doesn't do it for me. But there you go. If you don't want to pay out for alcohol because it's getting ridiculous, take yourself a jar of flying ants. See, now I always associate flying ants with a thunderstorm stew. I have my entire life. I don't know where it's come from. Is it like an old saying that our parents used to say to us if we'd see flying ants and say, oh, a storm must be due? I don't know where it's come from. Has anybody else had this thought in their head when they see flying ants? It means we're going to get a thunderstorm. Because if we are, I'm a very happy Gabby. I flipping love them. I love them. I've had a few people suggest ideas for my seating area, which I've done recently. I'm thinking of going for the idea of painting the wood framing that I did. It's only small, but that little wood framing, I'm thinking of doing it black. And then having like lights and stuff there, look really, really nice. It would just look smart, tidy. And then I want to go for like ivory coloured like cantilever and you know, those like reclining seats that you can lay out and sunbathe. You know, I love this Hoover because this one is so light. It's actually lighter than the other one. Even though this one's bigger, this one's lighter than the previous one that I've got. I've still got it. That one's upstairs and it mainly gets used for when Sam cleans out his snake. So yeah, it's always up there, that one. But I've just checked my cake. I know it's a bit random, but I checked my cake and it's looking nice. Oh, I can't wait to eat that. I've just had a thought actually, because Chase has been getting these flying ants. Is it just seagulls that get drunk on them? I need to Google this. I need to have a look because he's a really good fly catcher, is my Chase. Like he can fly across the flat room floor, skids all over the place, gets it, and then you hear him chattering his teeth as he's caught the fly, and then he just drops it on the floor and walks away. So he's great at capturing the flies. But if he's capturing the flying ants, does that mean he could be getting a bit drunk? Because if my dog starts acting a little bit tipsy, you know, we need to check these things out. So doing the top edging is actually really, really good. Even though, can you hear that? That's someone's car. I mean, what a bell end. What a bell ends. So even though I'm using the paintbrush to do the edging, and it doesn't matter because it's the same green as the ceiling. Oh, it's going to look so nice. When it all flows down in one colour. Oh, it looks so nice. I'm very, very excited. It's because the roller's not going to get into that corner and I don't want to make a mess of it. So I thought, do the edges with a paintbrush, get it done, and then at least you know you haven't got to go back over it. Always do the edges first, I do. I always do. Some people, it's a bit like your hair and makeup. Do you do your hair before your makeup or do you do your makeup before your hair? To be honest, I always do my hair first because if I haven't got time to completely finish what I'm doing, I'd rather my hair looks nicer than my face. I would. Like, I don't always put makeup on. It's very rare. And when I do, it's so minimal now because as you get older, your face just doesn't take it. You know, all the things you used to use now become attracted to the creases of your face. And then they sit there and then they look back at you and you're like, that's not where I put you. So why have you all moved like a junction? Oh my God, I'll tell you. Talking of junctions. Oh, I did it. So Thursday morning, Nick was in the front room with me. Kids had gone to school and he went, I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to get up to, you know, High Wycombe, he said it was. It was further than High Wycombe. It was bordering on Hertfordshire. We were like 3 miles away from Bovingdon. Anyway, he was like, I'm just trying to work out how to do it. And we had a little chat about, previously we did have a chat about how I was like, no, you need to understand how much this frightens me. And he did. He listened, he heard me out, and he was like, you have not got to do it whatsoever. So that was fine. I felt relaxed. I felt, yes. So if you haven't seen my last video, I was ranting about how Nick asked me to take him up to the north of London, near Hertfordshire, so that he can look at the van, possibly buy the van, and then I'd have to drive the M25 myself. Now I am terrified. I am terrified even on dual carriageways that have like, I say dual carriageways that have like 3 or 4 lanes, but do they? Do they? But I know that when I drive towards Portsmouth, it suddenly becomes 3, 4, 5 lanes. I'm like, oh, I can't go with this. Where am I supposed to be? Am I in the right lane? And I always feel like everyone on the road is watching me. I feel like they're all looking at me like I'm doing something wrong and I'm in the way and I'm causing a scene, even though I'm just literally poodling along at like 60. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Put it this way, the first time I ever went down towards Portsmouth, I had a truck beep at me and overtake me. That's how bad I was. Anyway, I'm digressing. So Thursday morning came. He was working out how he was going to get there, and he was saying I could train up there and then I could get a taxi from the train station. It means going into London, and then from London I need to go out towards, where it is he needs to be. And then he's like, but if I don't get the van, that means I've got to do it all the way on the way back down. And then he was like, maybe I should just drive up there, and then if I like it, drive back. No, bring the new van back, and then go and collect my old van at another time. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake. So I'm feeling guilty, right? And he was like, right, I'm going to go. I'm just going to go and get it done. I was like, okay. And as he was getting ready, I felt so bad. I thought, all this because I'm just so flipping scared. He's got to go through, in this heat, all this stress to try and get a work van, which he desperately needs. So I was like, I went, come on, let's go. He was like, what? I went, come. I didn't want to talk about it. I said to him, I don't want to talk about it, let's just go. Because the longer we talk about it, the more I'm going to start panicking again. Anyway, I cried in the passenger seat. He drove us up. I cried. He didn't know I cried. I was just sitting there crying with tears like, I'm so scared. I've got to do this. And then he said, if we got the M25, you can see what it's like and see how you feel about it. Well, I was like, I don't care. I hate it. And I did hate it. Hated every second of it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't believe I saw people driving in their cars quite freely with their arm resting on their window, just chilling, solo driving. Like that, like it was nothing. And I'm there like, I can't go with this. I was literally, my body was so tense, my feet were clinging to the floor. I was looking at everything and that everything was just some kind of hazard, and I hated it. Then we get there, he goes for the van, he gets it, and we pull up at this little local nicer place there, nicer, however you want to pronounce it. And he's like, right, how are you feeling about getting back? I said, I don't want to talk about it because I'm not happy, but I know I've got to do it. And at this time, it was about 1 o'clock. And he said, we can either go down the M25, it'll take 2 hours, and you can follow me, and we'll stick in lane 1 and 2. So therefore, I'm not, zigzagging all over the place. He said, or we can go the A roads, and it'll take 3.5 hours, but he was happy to do either. Now, the new van he got, the aircon's not working properly, and you can imagine being in a van on a boiling hot day and driving for 2 hours or 3.5 hours in this boiling heat in a black van would not be very pleasant. And not only that, I didn't want to be too late back for the kids, even though Sam was here, and he's 18 and they're literally in school. So I was like, I'll just do the M25. I said, if you leave me, I swear to God, if you leave me. He didn't. He was absolutely brilliant. He kept making ring for me. He kept ringing me on the way. It was just, it was perfect. Anyway, I was all right. I didn't have no shenanigans. I lost him once, and I did panic. He rang me straight away, and he was like, "What lane are you in?" And I said, "I'm in lane 1." Am I meant to be in lane 1? Am I going to swerve off onto like the M4 or something? And he was like, "No, it's fine." Anyway, I said, once we get to Brighton, I'm fine. Got to Brighton. Oh my God, I relaxed. I was chilled. I felt so happy. I was then crying with happiness. I had Sabaton blaring out so loud I couldn't even hear cars going around me. I know a lot of people say that's really bad, shouldn't do that, but I needed something. Oh my God. I felt so proud of myself. When we got home, I was like, I did that. And I didn't have jelly legs. Yes, I was calm and collective. Now I'm like that. I can do anything. I can do anything. That was the first coat, and I just started doing the second coat, as I'm about to show you. I was like, second coat, but I'm not going to film myself doing the second coat because I really wanted to listen to my boys. My boys. Look at the mess I've made in there. But it doesn't matter because I rectify that situation. I get it all clean and tidy. Sucked up Hoover and all that shenanigan, you know. Anyway, I've just turned the oven off, so it might sound a bit louder, but I've turned the oven off because I think one's chocolate cake is done. So while we are at a point where I'm putting everything back together, I'm going to get my cake out the oven. One moment, please. That was a silly thing to do. Silly, silly. I just literally flung the oven open with my oven gloves on, pulled the cake out, and this steamed up my glasses, my reading glasses, so much that I couldn't see where I was putting the cake down. But anyway, it looks good. It smells good in here. It smells very nice indeed. Where the weather's been so good, I've been doing so much washing, which I'm flipping loving, but I'm really like, I need to go out and get some more washing powder because I've run out. And I've got a whole pile looking at me in the kitchen. But anyway, I'm just sat here. Nick is doing some transformations back and forth. His van's out the front, and I am sorting for all the washing. So what I'm doing now, my latest thing, is once I've washed it, I'll bring it all in. I'll put it into piles, like which room goes to, which items go in which room, and then I'll take it to that room, and it's up to them. If they don't put their clothes away, then fine. They can have creased, left on the floor clothes. That's their choice. I'm not doing it. I'll only put mine away. Nick's I leave on his side of the bed. Mine get put away, and I give the boys theirs. If they want to leave them on the floor to get dirty again, then so be it. Don't expect me to, because if I sniff it and it still smells like the laundry detergent that I've just washed them in, I'll say, no, sunshine, because you left it on the floor. You want it washed again? Wash it yourself. I'm not doing it. So up and down I go. It's quite funny because I take this lot up, and I don't know if anyone else has this, but listen to my ankles. They just snap. Oh, it drives me up the wall, like really irritates me because you can't stop it, but you have to listen to it. And it irritates me because my feet just go click, 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 click. Oh, I don't know if I irritate myself. I really do. I think these things, I think, oh God, I find myself irritating. I don't know how people sit and listen to me. I just rant. I'm always ranting. But I feel like I've always got something to rant about. I'm at that age, I guess, you know? I'm at that, oh my God, I'm so over the moon. I'm so over the moon. Did I tell you what happened with Sam? I was telling you, wasn't I? Sam's passport with the issues with Nick's birth certificate. Anyway, I got a message about half an hour ago. I just looked at my clock that isn't there anymore. It hasn't been there for about 2 months, and I still look at it. I still look at the invisible clock that once laid on my wall. Anyway, I just had a message from the passport office saying, Sam's passport has been approved and shall be delivered to you, such and such. I'm like, oh, yes. So that's it. No more worry, no more stress. Just got to count down the days until we can be in Francais. And I can be annoying everyone by, anything over there that's, with the whole Normandy stuff. I would be like, that's in a Surbiton song. That reminds me of a Surbiton song. Yeah, I do it all the time. Every time we go to a war museum, that's all everybody gets. And Sam is no better, and he encourages it. Because he's just as bad as me. Actually, no, he's not as bad as me. He made me laugh, actually, because I said to him, who was it I was talking to? I was talking to Elliot. I was saying how lovely Youngblood is, because how he is for his fans is just amazing. He really is one of a kind. And Elliot turned around and said, I found him, he's mine. I was like, yes, you can have him, don't worry, it's fine, he's yours. And then I said, but Joachim's mine. And then Sam was sitting there and he went, I found them. So he did, he found them. He went, I found them. He says, it's like I found a box of treasure. I've opened it up and seen the goodies inside, and then Mum's just come along and just taken it all for herself. And I said, yes, I have. Yes, I have. I don't care. It's his fault. I blame him all the time. I say, you've got no idea what you've done to me. I have to live like this. I have to live in my own head. Like this. And there's no change in it. Oh my God, I've been on the H&M website. Deadly. Have you been on there recently? Have you? The worst website I find for clothes is Zara. It baffles me. It's just the weirdest website for clothes. I haven't been on there, to be fair, for the last sort of 3-4 months. So they might have changed it. They might have improved it. But I look on there and I'm like, what am I looking at? I feel like I'm looking at some top model Vogue thing. And it's not showing me the clothes directly. It's showing me the people or the weird positions they're in. And I'm like, I don't like this. Just show me the top. I don't need to see what the top looks like while the lady's bent over backwards holding her bag on her belly button. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. So I avoid that one. I've never been into a Zara shop. So one day I'd like to go to Brighton and have a little look, because I think that'd be quite fun. I've never been in a Zara shop, can you believe it? I'm probably the only female in this country that's never walked into Zara. But H&M at the moment have got some banging stuff. Yes. Is there any hairdressers on here? Give me some advice, because I am slowly, very closely about to shave my hair off. I'm sweating so much, I cannot stand it. So this is what stopped me from growing my hair out before, because it gets to the summer, my hair would have reached my shoulder length, and then I'd be like, I can't take it anymore. I'm taking it off. Anyway, my hair now, the back, is halfway down my back. And it's like, it got layers in it, so it gets to like the shoulders, and then it goes slightly past the shoulders, and then it's halfway down my back. But it's sweaty. It's very sweaty. I'm thinking in my head, I know what colour I want my hair. I want to have it a honey kind of brown. Like a nice honey brown, yes. Like a coffee brown maybe, but I'm thinking more honey brown. But I've dyed all my hair black to hide that green I had. My little moment of I can have my hair a colour again, like a vibrant colour, has gone. And I'm like, if I was to colour strip it, is it just going to show that it's green again? Like, I don't know, because I've got to be very careful, because the colour stripper really, really dries my hair out. It feels like elastic bands. It doesn't snap, but it feels really more like straw. And then it takes about 2 weeks to get back to a decent condition. And it stinks of rotten eggs when I use that. So I'm like, do I just do a colour stripper and put on a nice honey brown? Or do I just let this wash out? Because it normally goes to a brown anyway. But my concern is that I'm going to end up with green popping through, like the light coming off this Hoover. I just don't know what to do. I'm tempted to do a blunt cut, just below my shoulders. And then I can smooth it into like a wave. A wave, yeah. I just don't know. I don't know. But you know what I'm like with my hair? Changes every 5 minutes. I'll probably go for all of that and go, nah. I want it red now. No, I'm never going red again. Never going red again. Doesn't suit my complexion, and it's just no. But I am seeing now that as I'm getting older, the black hair is really draining me. So I'm thinking I need to go for a softer. I need a soft brown. Yes, oh yes. So we're going around with the Hoover, making sure the front room's all nice and tidy so that I can appreciate the wall a whole lot more. Obviously I need to clear up my front room regardless, but the fact that I've painted the wall is giving me that little bit more that I want to make the front room look nice. Yes. Piggies are doing my head in their hutch because they just keep banging around in there, but that's the joys of having them inside. A lot of people disagree with me having them inside, but I love them inside. Look how that just flows from the ceiling. Look how nice that is. Look at it. Oh my God, it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Wish my phone would stop vibrating and telling me there's someone in the garden when there's no one in the garden. It's probably a cat. Yes, so I'm just going to chill here, admire my wall, my hard labour, while Nick is sweating his absolute bollocks off outside, getting stuff from one van to the next. Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you lovely people in my next video.